Hey y'all, come on in. Pull you up a stool, grab your beer, and stay 6 foot apart. And we're getting ready to start another episode of The Shed Life. Well, this morning I had to get the yard mowed and the weed eating done, so that's all my chores are called up. And I have discovered that I have a mow infestation in my yard. I guarantee you, them little bastards got more tunnels than the Viet Cong. I'm gonna have to do something about that. I think that's gonna be another episode though, because right now we're gonna do what I like to do. We're gonna do some grilling. And what are we gonna grill today? Well, we're gonna do a tribute to Jimmy Buffett and do some cheeseburgers in paradise, or as I like to say, cheeseburgers in shed-a-dice. Now I know you're thinking, hey, I can flip a burger, but these are special burgers. These are gonna be bacon crusted black and blue burgers. Boy, don't that sound fancy? So we're getting ready to get started here. When I saw this recipe, I really wanted to do it. Now they cook them in an iron skillet, but I want to do a twist on them. I wanted some smoke on them. So we're going to do them on the grill in an iron skillet. And the reason for that is that bacon, if you put it on the grill, is going to fall through the cracks, and nobody wants to waste any bit, one crumb of bacon. No. So how do you make these things? Well, I'm going to show you right here. Look at there. Get a good look at them. Now, I wanted to show you how to do this, but I worked yesterday, and these burgers got to have a 24-hour prep time, so the queen of my shed, the love of my life, fixed them up. So what you do, you can have these nice little rings here, and she lardoned some bacon up, which is a fancy word, a French word for cut the bacon. And she packed that in the bottom in real little pieces. Then blue cheese, and then ground chuck, 80-20, of course, because you want some fat in there. So she got all of that ready for me. All I got to do, again, is mess with the meat. Now, most time when we cook hamburgers or anything like that, we go ahead and season that meat. We're not going to do that right now. We usually do salt, pepper, and a little bit of garlic. That's just to keep the vampires away. But with the blue cheese and the bacon, we already got a little salt, got a whole lot of salt there. So we're going to salt them here in just a bit when we flip them, when we turn them over. All right, hang on. Here we go. Going to open up Smokey. Oh, and the angels sang, because they know something good's fixing to happen. So I wanted smoke, but I just didn't want charcoal. I wanted a little bit of apple smoke on it. So I got some seasoned apple wood in there. My coals are good and hot. They're fixing to get dumped on, and we're getting ready to get this bad boy going. All right, guys, we got that smoke a rolling. Look here. Ooh, wait, that's going. So what else we gonna have with this? Well, what goes good with a black and blue burger other than a beer? Well, some chips, homemade chips. And we're going to do some salted vinegar chips. And I'm going to tell you what, they're going to be better than Lay's. You know, I can eat one Lay's and stop. I can't eat one of these and stop. So what we did, or I say we again, is the queen of my shed did all that work. She took those potatoes, cleaned them up, peeled them, mandled them all the way down good and thin, soaked them in some water to get that starch out, and then she soaked them for about an hour in some vinegar. Now we got the deep fryer over here fired up with a little canola oil and duck fat, because duck fat makes everything better. You think about that. We're having bacon crusted hamburgers and deep fried chips. My blood's going to be able to slide through my arteries a whole lot better now. All right, so I told you about the meat. You want to, most time you want to bring that meat up to room temperature, but you cannot bring this meat up to room temperature. It needs to stay in the refrigerator so it'll stay good and cold so we can cook her down. Because if not, that bacon's going to fall through it's going to come peeling off, and we don't want that. Not at all. Well, all right. So our smokes are rolling. We got the grease heating up to do those potato chips. And so I'm going to show you what else we're going to have on here. We're going to put them burgers on an onion roll. We got some maple bacon jam, which is going to complement the bacon and everything else. And this is good stuff right here. I'm going to guarantee you that. And my wife made up some kind of aioli that's going to go on there. That's going to be nice too. I wanted a little bit of spice. So how I'm going to spice that up? With this. A jalapeno. Yep. So I'm going to cut these bad boys up here in just a bit. And I'm going to grill them with some virgin olive oil. You know where you get virgin olive oil from? Ugly Olives. Oh, I'm hearing from the crowd back here. That's an old joke, but it never gets old. Not to me, anyway. So I'm going to do 2 of those so I can have some on my burger. I'm going to take one, and I am going to julienne that thing real thin, and I'm going to grill it, put it in the deep fryer, and see how that turns out. You know, if you got a deep fryer and got oil hot, you might as well just deep fry everything. Well, okay, I've cut up them jalapenos. Look at there. You know, them things are hot. I wore my gloves. I told you before, if you don't, you're going to end up with jalapeno hands, and it's going to be hot, hot, hot. It's going to be hotter than a poison groupie, I tell you what. So, we got them set up, and now we're getting ready to throw these chips in. Now, they have been soaking in water and soaking in vinegar, and we got the deep fryer fired up and heat up, and here we go. So here we go. We got them chips going in right now. And they are cut extra thin. They're going to be extra crispy. Let's look over at the grill. Now, I got it up to 600 degrees, so we're going to get ready to start on this. Now, you see that big old cast iron skillet? Now, that belonged to my father. I don't know how I got it, but it's mine now. And
that was my grandmother's.
Oh, I'm sorry. That cast iron skillet here is the Queen of my Shed's grandmother's. We got so much cast iron we don't know what's what. So we are fixing this up, and all my neighbors are mowing their yard. Of course, every time we get ready to cook, they are mowing. Well, all right, we got them first batch of chips off, and man, they are crispy. I want you to listen to this. Got that salt, that vinegar going on. We're going to finish these bad boys off and get ready to start them burgers. Hang on. Well, all right. Our temperature's coming up. That applewood is firing out. Now, I took those jalapenos, and I got a little extra virgin olive oil on them over the side here. We're going to make them get a little char marks, wilt it down a bit, and then it's going to be pretty good on my burger, I do believe. In the meantime, we are working on our kettle chips over here, man. I'm telling you what, them things are good. So I'm going to lower this grill down, get them jalapenos going, then we're going to put the iron skillet on to get it heated up and get it up to temperature, and then we're going to fix them burgers. Well, all right, we brought those burgers out of the refrigerator, and you can see on this one that Laura Dawn bacon, the blue cheese, and that big old meat. And this one we're fixing to flip over. Now we put salt and pepper on it now, and we're getting ready to put it in that iron skillet. We got the temperature up about 500 degrees. That skillet is smoking hot. We are getting ready to have our black and blue cheeseburgers in paradise. All right, we got all them chips done, and the jalapeno that's wrong. Julienne's done, and they are looking amazing right there. Let's have a little taste of the bottle cap. Here we go. Man, that's good. That's really good. Now, I think next time, because this was a spur of the moment decision, because I had an extra jalapeno and I had to do something with it. I think next time I'm going to batter them things, and maybe a beer batter, because beer makes everything better, just like butter. And I'm going to do them that way. All right, now our burgers are cooking. So we're going to let them go ahead and do their thing for about another 14 minutes or so. And then we're going to sit and enjoy some food. So there we go. We got them burgers cooking. Look at all that goodness. Now, I kept the lid down so we get some smoke flavor, but I raised it up because basically I was had this thing in an oven. So we're gonna keep the top up and cook these for a few more minutes. Then we're gonna try to flip them over without losing any bacon, because that is a crime. Well, all right, we got them black and blue burgers off, and they are looking amazing. We're going to bite into them in a minute. Now, we toasted those buns, got them going. That's a little bit of stuff that fell off, but it's our first time doing this. We're going to give it a whirl. There's our chips and our jalapeno straws. Here we go. Well, there you have it. There is the bacon-crusted cheeseburger in paradise. Now, we toasted those buns. I got some kettle chips here, some deep fried jalapenos. There's the grilled jalapenos. Look at that bacon, that burger. Man, I cannot wait to dig in with that, have a beer, and see what it goes. See how it goes. Well, there you have it. Our cheeseburgers and cheddar dice. Now, I think Jimmy Buffett would have approved of that menu, and I'm going to be a bit surprised if he tasted it just one time. It'd be on his menu from here on out. Well, that's going to conclude our episode of The Shed Life today. Hope y'all had a good time. Hope you had a few beers. And I hope you stay socially distanced. So until the next time we meet, you folks rock out your best life. Be kind to one another. Stay safe. Wear your mask. Later, Gator.